morning, or afternoon actually. I'm back on the coast today at Edinburgh again. This time I am actually going to do more than a mile on the coast. I'm in Newhaven now, and I'm planning on walking as far as Musselburgh today, which should be about 7 miles, all on the coast. So yeah, it should be a good day. So yeah, today's walk should be quite interesting. Not pretty, but interesting. So I'm going to be walking through Leith, and I'm actually just going to go through Leith Harbour, just coming up now actually, and then down through Portobello. Never been there before myself actually. I hear there's a nice beach there, and I was kind of imagining myself having a little paddle today, but I kind of like googled to see where I was going today, and apparently there's like a red alert going on the beach. Apparently there's been a big sewage leak, so I'm not paddling in the sea today, which is a shame. But yeah, I guess this is like the more industrial side. I mean, like Leith has got quite the history. I don't know much about it, but it has got quite the history. So yeah, should be good. So if you travel anywhere near Edinburgh, you'll see massive signs everywhere advertising the Royal Britannia yacht. I think that's it, which I can see it's an old ship, and I'm sure it's got some historical significance. I don't know what it is, I'm not really that well up on ships. Did expect it to be bigger considering the amount of advertising it gets. I wonder what that building was. So I think up there is actually quite a posh area. I think there's like some fancy restaurants and stuff. Can't say I've ever actually explored it, so I guess I'll come back and do like a specific walk around Leith and do a video on that. Maybe after I've like educated myself on the place a little bit as well. But I think that might be a good one for winter. Because yeah, it does have like a lot of history around here, so that would be good. But I think today I'm just going to focus on the coast. Okay, so I think I might just take a little side quest and just see what's down here. It looks quite nice. So I've decided it's time for sandwich number one. I think I'm actually halfway on the walk, which is a bit unexpected. Honestly, not been that interesting so far. Kind of thought Leith would be a bit more interesting than what it is, and I think probably if I went like into it a bit more, there's definitely a lot to see there. But the way I came, it's just along the main road, and it was just a walk along the main road. So yeah, I've just kind of been in my own thoughts for the last hour or so. So yeah, I'm just coming into Portobello now. It's actually quite nice. The sea looks lovely. Glad I read the news, otherwise I definitely would have been in there paddling and then regretting it later. But yeah, it's lovely how it's all opening out. But yeah, I'm going to quickly eat my sandwich because there's a big dark cloud coming in over there. And I figure if I eat my sandwiches now, if there's an ice cream stand going through Portobello, I probably can have an ice cream. So So that over there, that's Bass Rock. It's actually normally white because that's where like thousands and thousands of gannets nest. So I'm keeping an eye out because there probably is gannets in the area, and I absolutely adore gannets. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some of them. I know as I get round this headland, like towards Dunbar, I know there's a lot of gannets around there. So looking forward to seeing some of those. But yeah, so we've got, actually all zoomed in, so we've got, yeah, this is Portobello that I'm just about to go into, and I think just after it is Musselburgh. I think that around there, what I can see in the distance, that'll be Preston Pans or something around there. But I'm actually really looking forward to, like, once I get out of this urban area, this stretch around the headlands, like Dunbar to North Berwick. I think I've done a few little walks around there, and it's a really beautiful bit of coastline. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I am planning on doing like day walks, probably as far as North Berwick, and then after North Berwick, I think I'm going to have to start doing overnighters. Same on the other side. Don't know if this camera will pick it up at all. So that's Burn Island there. That's as far as I've got to on the other side of the coast, if it'll focus. I'm doing as far as Kirkcaldy, which is just there, if it'll focus. I'm going to do that as a day walk, and then after Kirkcaldy, I've actually already booked for October. I've booked hotels because I'm being fancy. I'm going to walk from Kirkcaldy around to St Andrews. I think I'm going to do it in 4 days. So yeah, like doing this coast walk as day walks is nearly at the end. I think maybe it'll be 3 or 4 day walks on this side to North Berwick and one on the other side, and then it'll be walking holidays from here on out. So this beach is actually very nice to walk on. I say that I've just got into a dead sandy bit, which is less nice, but I'll say like all along there, beautiful for walking. I think I'm into ice cream territory here, so keeping my eye out. I'm pretty certain I'm going to get an ice cream here. There's bound to be somewhere, isn't there? Although I haven't seen anyone with one yet. I will update. Me just leaving Portobello now. I'm going into a place called, I'm going to call it Chopper, but it's probably not how it's pronounced at all. So yeah, I think I've only got another mile or two on the coast, and then I'm going to walk inland to the train station. Portobello is really nice. It's kind of like your typical seaside town, but with a Scottish Edinburgh twist, like the sandstone buildings and a bit cloudy and grey. I really liked it. There was a lot of food stands along the promenade. I regretted bringing my sandwiches, to be honest, because the food stands definitely looked a lot better than the sandwiches I had, and the prices were alright. Yeah, I think as I go further south I'm probably not going to be buying food on the seaside, but yeah, it was things like 8-9 quid for like a burger and chips and stuff, so I thought that was alright. Lots of ice cream places as well. I naturally bought ice cream from the very first stand that I came to, but there was a lot of options. Mine was really nice though. For the purpose of future videos, I paid £3.20 for one scoop in a waffle cone, and it's quite a big scoop, to be fair. But yeah, I'm just going to put in the prices from now on, because I think it's going to be quite interesting as I progress around the country and compare the price of a single scooped cone. I mean, there's definitely going to be a cut-off where I don't buy them. But yeah, I've seen a gannet already, which is nice. So I guess I'm into gannet territory. So yeah, nice day actually. Like I said, the first part was a bit boring, just on the road, but I've really enjoyed this second half. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go on. What are you doing? These are interesting houses. I'm kind of wondering if they were built to be houses or whether they were something else and has been converted into houses. Kind of looks that way. I'm always quite fascinated by houses and flats that are not like traditional houses and flats. So apparently this is the beginnings of some sand dunes. Apparently I've just read it as well. Apparently back in some time ago, hang on, I'll just go and read that. Okay, so apparently at the beginning of the 20th century, so that'd be 1800s, that's what the beach looked like. And that's what it looks like now. So I think from what I read, like they dredged all this, whereas now they're not dredging anymore and it's like silted up and grasses are beginning to grow, which is beginning to cause sand dunes, which I'm guessing is being left deliberately for flood defence and nature. Yeah, very informative, aren't I? So yeah, this is the end of my adventure on the coast today. I'm about to head inland and find the train station and head back. Yeah, it's been alright today. Bit of a mixed bag, like definitely some boring sections, but definitely some quite interesting sections. So yeah, quite happy. Looking forward to the next leg, to be honest. I'm not sure when I'm going to get down to do that, but yeah. So yeah, as always, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.